welcome back to another video. It's another beautiful day today. I cannot believe this weather at the moment. Genuinely puts me in the best mood ever. But I've actually had a little bit of a slow morning this morning for no real reason. I just feel like I've literally been like dithering around doing things that I really didn't need to do, ended up cleaning the bathroom, rather than starting on my to-do list. Does anyone else feel so bad when they don't have earrings in? I don't know if that's just me, but whenever I see myself in pictures or videos, like I think in the last vlog I had a few clips where I just hadn't put my earrings in, and I always look at my ears and think I look really, really strange without them. But welcome back to another vlog. We've got a couple of things on the agenda over the next few days. It's Tuesday today actually, and I'd intended on picking up the camera yesterday, but when I say I did absolutely not one thing that would have been even slightly interesting to you, I mean it. I had an admin day pretty much the entire day, and the only thing that I did was go on a little walk in the evening with Megan. We're actually trying to create a little bit of a new habit as the weather is getting warmer and go on an evening walk. Two reasons for it. One is obviously like we love just chatting and catching up. The second reason is I'm just putting some hair oil in, by the way, and I've got this like mini one that I use as like a travel bottle that I put my hair oil into when I go away. But it's the only one in this room, so I'm just gonna use this. But the other reason is actually to get a bit more cardio in, get a few more steps in. Kind of like fitness regime at the moment is just pretty, it's just very boring to me, really, really boring. Obviously I'm very limited with what I can do because I am still, well, a good few months post-op now, but I can't train my lower body at all. The only thing I can do is my physio exercises. And if I'm honest, I just find it so boring to just train upper body all the time. And I think being able to do a bit of walking in the evening will just be really good for me. I feel like until I put hair oil in, my hair is just so static and dry. I've just got the driest hair, and especially since I've had lighter bits in the end, it's just especially dry. I've actually set myself a little bit of a fitness goal, and that is to feel a bit more confident and comfortable in my own body. Basically in time for summer. I know that sounds like very cliche, but if I'm being honest, winter I don't mind so much because I can just put loads of baggy clothes on. But in the summer I just want to feel confident wearing, you know, bikinis, swimsuits, shorts, crop tops and things like that. And at the moment I just really don't, to be honest. Over the past year, about year and a half, I've just felt so not like myself, so not confident in my own body. And I hate that I feel like that. I've even kind of caught myself straying away from like wearing leggings at the gym all the time. I often wear long sleeve tops at the gym and I don't really get my arms out anymore. I really don't like that. I'm trying to just check myself a bit. And I kind of gave myself a bit of a talking to the other day. So I realised that if I was giving advice to one of my friends, I'd be like, be confident in your own body and, you know, life's too short and everything like that. And that's just not how I've been sort of treating myself. I think for me, it's gonna be nothing crazy. The main things I wanna do is just make sure I'm hitting my steps each day, try and get in about 4 workouts a week, even though they're really, that sounds a lot, but they're really not very strenuous workouts. Because like I said, super limited with what I can do. Getting the really healthy meals today. I'm not really gonna be cutting anything out. Still gonna be drinking with friends at the weekend because life is too short to not have fun. But if I can just smash it during the week and just help myself to feel a bit more confident, then that is exactly what I'm gonna do. So this is my little garden setup for the morning. When I say the morning, I actually mean to drink my coffee and write my to-do list. I never find that particularly productive working outside when I'm editing videos because you just can't see what you're doing on the screen properly. But I was saying to Elliot, it'd be so nice out here to have 2 sun lounges. This little spot gets loads of sun during the day, and get ones that are actually set up properly for home working. So maybe have like a little laptop stand on and a little sunshade. Don't actually even know if they exist, but what a great idea if they don't exist. But I'm gonna absolutely make the most of this late morning in the sun and drink my coffee, which is actually a new little habit I'm trying to put in place. I know that sounds strange because a lot of people try not to drink as much coffee, but I actually don't drink it that often. I keep drinking Monster energy drinks instead, which is definitely not a good thing for my insides and also obviously super high in caffeine. So I'm actually trying to see if I can start drinking coffee in the morning again. Lunchtime, and I just thought I would show you what I'm making because it's pretty much the same as what Elliot and I had for lunch yesterday, and it's so simple, but it's just basically some baked salmon and I'm going to cook both of the fillets, even though Elliot's not having lunch with me today, and I can have the other one for tomorrow. I actually baked these on Sunday evening as kind of like meal prep, and it was just such a nice, really easy lunch to have. Like I said, I'm just trying to be really healthy at the moment, and to be honest, not that I really don't ever eat healthily at lunchtime, but it's really nice to have some kind of prepped food that's just, I don't know, full of nutrients and tastes good at the same time. I've put some flaked salt on there, some pepper. And I actually found this seasoning, I've got quite a lot of these from Peak Blends in my cupboard, and I honestly haven't used most of them. I think they actually just got lost in our house move, but this is the Chakalaka one, which is South African chili, and it says it's paprika, onions, carrots, coriander, garlic, ginger, turmeric, black pepper, chili, cumin, cinnamon, and cloves. Basically a lot of things in one. Smells gorgeous, and this is what we had in our salmon yesterday, and it was just so nice. Such a nice blend, and gave it a lot of flavour. So I'm just going to put a good amount of that on the top so it tastes really good. And just got that baked for between, well, probably about 12 minutes. Right, really nothing revolutionary here, but the salmon is cooked. I just cut into a piece just to check, and ready to eat. So I'll have a piece now and then save a piece for tomorrow. Right, and then to go with it, I'm just doing a little bit of kale. I'm gonna fry it, make sure you don't have any of the really thick stems. You can cook those a bit late. You can definitely use those in something else, but for frying, they won't cook quick enough. But save them for another recipe. We're just crisping that up in the pan. I'm gonna add a little bit more of that seasoning because it is seriously good. And then I'm gonna serve it with rice today, and I'll just add the rice to this pan. Even though it's actually a microwave rice that we had left over from the other day, we don't have a microwave yet though, so I'm having to fry or oven cook the rice. This is today's extremely healthy lunch. I know this is very like textbook fitness kind of lunch, but it's gonna actually taste amazing. I'm all about flavors, so I wouldn't honestly be having this if it didn't taste really, really good. So we've got some whole grain rice, some kale, a really seasoned salmon, and a garlic and herb kind of mayo-y sauce. Not what I usually have on my, well, I don't really have that ever. I've never bought it before. I'd usually have like soy sauce and sriracha, or make my own sriracha mayo, or some kind of like teriyaki sauce, but I just thought I'd go for this today and see how it tastes. From a little evening stroll with Megan. I love walking when the weather is like that. Just makes me so grateful for the fact I've just got a little bit more space now. Like the fact that I can walk out my house and feel like there's countryside just honestly makes me so happy. I just didn't even know that I needed it. So I actually walked from the house to meet Megan. It's about 10 minutes up until the point that we were meeting. And I got there and I just thought to check how many steps I'd done for the day. And my Fitbit had just completely disappeared off my wrist, and I cannot find it anywhere. Sometimes the strap was coming a bit loose, but I don't know. I've got literally no idea where it is, and I'm wondering if it came off in the gym or something, because yeah, I cannot find it anywhere. But luckily I've actually got another one, and I really love this one as well, so I'm gonna have to switch back to this one. Has a bit of a bigger screen, but yeah, RIP my Fitbit, no idea where that's gone. I am home alone tonight because Elliot's gone to watch Batman with his brother. I'm just cooking myself some dinner, and I've doubled up on what I'm making because I'm gonna have it for lunch tomorrow as well. So Elliot and I will often eat together in the evening, but not all the time. The main reason is because we actually eat really, really differently. So I eat a lot of plant-based food, not all plant-based by any means, but I tend to stay away from meat and chicken. I occasionally will have fish, but my kind of go-to protein source for dinner is tofu, basically. For some reason I can't think of anything else I eat for dinner apart from tofu, but I do eat a lot of other things, just, yeah. And Elliot doesn't mind it, it's just not his favourite. So even though he will probably be back for dinner a bit later on, I'm actually just gonna make double the amount for myself and have it tomorrow. So I'm gonna make the sauce and the noodles and just keep this chopped up so I can cook it tomorrow so it's nice and fresh. But I'm actually making a similar recipe to the Korean inspired tofu, which is on my Instagram page. I've actually fried in though some chopped pak choi, which I had left over that was about to go off. I'd usually make the sauce separately and then put it in a bit later on, but instead I'm just gonna kind of make it in the pan. I'm gonna have it with some noodles, so again, enough for tomorrow. And then I have put my tofu in the air fryer. This is how it comes out. The air fryer, by the way, is by far the best way to cook tofu without using tons of oil. Sorry about the really terrible light because it's totally dark outside, but this is my dinner and I think it looks delicious. I feel like it would look a lot better in natural light, but yeah, I will try and link the recipe down below. Good morning guys, so I'm just making my morning oats and we've got a bit of a variation because I had a delivery yesterday from the Coconut Collaborative, whose products I've actually tried before, but there were a lot in there that I hadn't, and one of them is this coconut and almond and coconut yogurt. Mild and creamy, but it's meant to be Greek style. So I thought today I would use this in my oats as a bit of a, I don't know, mix it up a bit. I mean, Greek yogurt by itself is never going to be the nicest thing anyway. Like I wouldn't eat spoonfuls of Greek yogurt like unsweetened, and this is kind of the same thing. It just tastes like very rich, but has like a really nice flavour to it. And then a nice spoonful of peanut butter. We actually really need to get Biscoff spread because I think I said before, but the Biscoff in this recipe is just so good. But peanut butter, and specifically this deep roast one from Annie Life is, oh, it still makes them taste so amazing. So one thing I really want to start thinking about is choosing a colour to repaint my wardrobes. Now, I had kind of decided this wasn't going to be the right colour, but after kind of living with the wardrobes for a while, I am actually going to give it a shot. And I bought this paint sample because this was a colour that my mum had actually recommended. It's a Zoffany paint in Flint Grey, and on the website it looks very blue grey, which is a colour I would definitely consider for the wardrobes. The main reason that it's going to be a bit of a tricky one is that I'm trying to match the colour of the blue in the rug. I think you probably know what I mean by now, but I bought this beautiful Turkish rug from Etsy, and the colour of the wardrobes is just way too like pale blue and looks just very like a kind of child's room, I think, like a baby's room, and very like, yeah, baby blue. I'm actually going to test this out for the first time. Even though I've had this paint sample for such a long time, I just was convinced it wasn't going to be the right colour. But before I go on the hunt to B&Q or whatever for the perfect colour, it's definitely worth giving this a shot. So personally, I think this is going to be very much the wrong colour. It's quite grey, to be honest. And I'm sure if you put it next to grey colours, it would look a bit more blue, but it really does look very sort of pale grey. I know I also need to wait for it to dry though. So, do you know what? That is actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I think it kind of depends on what sort of colours I'm trying to pick up, because this blue, although it is more blue than this undoubtedly, it does have quite a grey tint to it, and that's what I quite liked about this rug, because I do still want this room to feel very mature and everything like that. I just don't want it to feel too, like I said, baby's room. I think that's what I feel at the moment when I walk in, and that's the current colour, which is a beautiful shade, but yeah, just definitely not right. That is not as bad as I thought. Oh my god, I'm just in shock. I really thought that was going to be very far from the right colour, and that is it compared to the one we've got at the moment. So you can see that it does very much have a blue tone to it, even though it's a lot less blue than the colour we've got at the moment. I also really don't mind having a bit of a cooler blue, because a lot of our house is very warm colours, and obviously the rest of this rug is like beige and brown, so yeah, that actually really doesn't bother me. And I think, oh my gosh, I actually think it might be the perfect one. To Dunelm, and I'll show you the bits I got properly at home, but I'm just not having very good luck with the curtains. The main reason that I thought to go to Dunelm was because I looked online and they had quite a few No idea that I'm actually in focus here. The sun is so bright. It's like such a gorgeous blue sky again today, but I literally can't see the screen. So hope I am. Had a look online and it looked like they had some really good curtains for a decent price. They were like £90 and pretty good measurements. I'd had to just adjust them a little bit at the bottom, which was fine. And just went into the shop and they just don't look great. They honestly look a little bit cheap. As much as we're really not planning on spending a lot on a pair of curtains, I just don't want them to look inexpensive either. Whereas the IKEA ones, they actually looked really expensive. Whereas I think these were like really synthetic materials, and honestly I just prefer to get ones that are cotton. So the search continues. I did just have a little look when I was in the shop though, and for a bedroom, and our bedroom transformation will, fingers crossed, actually be coming in the next vlog. I've wanted to make sure I've got everything for it before I do a whole video on it. We ordered our blinds from Blinds Direct, and I took a bit of a risk with them, but I was like, they're not too expensive, so it's okay if they're just not perfect. And they are literally perfect, as in we are so happy with them. I love the material. We actually chose a recycled material, but it was a recycled cotton. They look so expensive. I don't know what the difference would honestly be paying for a really expensive set of Raymond blinds. But I just had a look in the shop and they actually do curtains as well. So potentially may go onto Blinds Direct and order a pair, but I looked and they're about £250, which to be honest, as far as custom length and width curtains go, when you know the material is really beautiful and looks very expensive, I think that's probably okay. It's just we plan to pay, I don't know, probably like half of that maximum. So still on the hunt for some curtains. Also, if you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments because it's honestly really helpful. A lot of you guys message on Instagram to say like, this is a good idea or whatever as well. And yeah, we do find it really, really helpful. Also, forgot to say, if you want to follow our home account on Instagram, because I'm planning on doing a lot more updates over on there as well. The account is Annie Elliot Home, but it's always left in the description box as well. I swear, literally every time we get this room clear, we get another delivery and there's just more stuff in here. But today's delivery is so exciting, and like I said, the next vlog, fingers crossed, is going to be one that I show you the transformation of our bedroom, which is going to be fab. So two of these things, I'm just going to give you a little sneak peek at because they're very much for that project. So these items are from Tika Moon, who I've been eyeing up for months before we even moved into this house. They've got some gorgeous pieces and quite a range of prices. So we actually hunted for these bedside tables for bedside tables like this for such a long time. I'll give you more of a rundown in the next vlog, but it was a very, very specific width that we needed. And then we found these ones from Tika Moon and they were on a 6-week order, which was actually okay as far as furniture goes, but it has honestly felt like the longest 6 weeks ever. But this is the piece, and it is a bedside table. I am thrilled with how these have turned out. I really didn't think they were going to be quite as nice as they are. They're made from solid oak. Obviously, I'm not showing them in the best light at the moment because of the surroundings, but they were just the perfect size, and I can't tell you how difficult it was to actually find a set of bedside tables that were narrow enough for the space we need. So Dunelm do the most beautiful collection of baskets, and the material is water hyacinth. They're kind of like water hyacinth sea grass. I don't know if that's exactly the same thing. They do this set of 3 boxes, which I thought were gonna be perfect for what I need, and I actually think the measurements are absolutely perfect. So it comes in a set of 3. Those are the 2 smallest ones, and this is the biggest one. If they'd sold them separately, I would have bought the middle-sized ones separately. But let me show you how I plan to use them because I got 2 sets. So as gorgeous as they are, the compromise we made with these bedside tables is they obviously don't have a drawer. I really don't like the idea of them looking very cluttered. So my idea, and this will be the moment of truth to see whether these actually work, is to have a basket which fits perfectly in that space. So you can pull the basket out to use it, really, really easy, and it looks super cute as well. I had actually thought as well, if the medium basket didn't look right, I could actually use the smaller one instead. But yeah, I think a little pull-out basket is probably the best option for these bedside tables. And then the other thing I bought, which I should probably also be waiting until Sunday's vlog to show you, is a set of what I think is going to be really gorgeous white bed linen. And I actually was able to try this out because they had it like hanging out on the side so you can feel it. And it's their cooling range, 70% cotton, 30% tencel lyocell. I actually think this is going to be a little bit more practical than 100% cotton. Sometimes 100% cotton really needs ironing, and We don't actually own an iron, if I'm being really honest. We've got a steamer at the moment, but we just don't have anything or really wear anything that needs ironing. And worst case scenario, I could just, you know, whack my hair straighteners out. Not that I should really be admitting to that, but we do need to get an iron. But basically, we are probably not going to be the kind of people that iron their sheets. I'm going to leave everything else as a little surprise for Sunday's video, which I'm so excited about. I really, really can't wait. But I'm gonna wrap the video up here. Make sure you subscribe if you don't wanna miss another video. Sundays will hopefully be the first like proper room makeover, kind of start to finish. Well, almost finished, because I'm sure there'll always be other things we want to do. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you have enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you on Sunday. Bye.